YouTube family. So glad to have you up in here with us. My name is AD Roberts, and yes, I am your success coach and clinically certified hypnotherapist. And every day when we come on here and we do this live, we have two simple goals. That's right, we have two simple goals. The first goal is to create a sense of connectedness and community. This is a safe space for you so you can love on one another and all of that good stuff. The second thing that we have, the second goal that we have is that we always have a discussion that's designed to be empowering and impactful in some meaningful way in your life so that you can become the best version of yourself. So welcome in, good people. And today is not unlike any other day. We're going to go ahead and do what we do. Welcome in, welcome in. And so we're broadcasting on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I'm so excited to have y'all up in here. Did I see Bad Girl Mimi come up in here? Welcome in, superstar. Welcome in. So glad to have you up in here. And if we have any newbies in the room that we have not acknowledged, whether you're here on TikTok or YouTube, let us know that you're a newbie. And just by simply putting newbie in the chat. I'm excited. We're almost to 10K. No, you're not late, JMB. No, we're running a little bit behind schedule. We're good. We're good, though. So glad to have you up in here. So glad. You know, we have been talking the last since we started the month of March. Thank you, Fine Wine, for those finger hearts. Thank you, thank you. I see you, Elsie. Good to see you on in here. Good to see you. Listen, because we are entering into spring, we're literally, the spring equinox is on the 20th. The spring, can you imagine? The spring equinox is on the 20th. It's right around the corner. The first of April is in less than 20 days. We're moving along. So I thought it would be absolutely appropriate for us to begin to, no, you're fine, Mimi. I thought it would be absolutely appropriate for us to begin planting the seeds in preparation for spring, because I want to capture that energy, the newness, the beauty, and all of that stuff of spring. Because we follow the natural calendar. That, this is our true new year that's coming up. It's not, this whole transition in the dead of winter when everything is dormant and dead and no energy is alive. Psh, none of that stuff. The true new year always begins in the springtime when nature says so, not when some calendar says so that somebody made up. All right. So we follow that energy. So today I want to talk about something that is really, really important, and it's in the vein. So all month long, we're going to be talking about wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and creating an environment for wealth to live in your life. Because wealth loves a particular environment. It does not like to be chased. Just like you don't like to be chased, like you don't like to be stalked, abundance doesn't like to be stalked either. Hey, Monique, I see you. Come on up in here, Grand Rising to YouTube. It doesn't like to be stalked. So today's topic is high frequency circulation. And see, normally we would say spending. We spend money, but we're going to change that word because words have so much power. Hey, Sunshine, good to see you on. Welcome in, welcome in. So glad to have y'all up in here. And again, whether you're on TikTok or you're on YouTube, if you are a newbie, let us know that you're a newbie simply by putting newbie in the chat. We are glad to have you up in here. We just want to love on you, that's all. All right, so let's go. So again, our topic is high frequency circulation, the energetics of how you pay for things. How you pay for things. How can I demonstrate how words have power? Come on now, words have power, Adam. Words have power. You have the ability to speak. Words create vibrational frequency. It disturbs the atmosphere. You can feel words. I can say certain things to people and they will feel good and they will feel empowered. Or I can say other things and they feel depleted and down. Many of us are the beneficiaries of words that were spoken. And so just as words have meaning, yes, just as words have meaning, everything in the universe vibrates. And so words have a frequency to them. And that as those words have a vibrational frequency, they have an effect on everything that's around them. So that's the nature of it. So today we're going to be talking about high frequency circulation, not spending. But high frequency circulation, when you understand the science of money, see, most people think that money is about math, it's about budgets, it's about dollars and cents and spreadsheets. But the truth is, money is also about emotion, money is about identity, money is about energy. It is about energy. And so let me lay this down, especially for my newbies. Come in here, let's go ahead and do this real quick, right on the front end. Let's lay this down. We live in an energetic universe, okay? And because we live in this energetic universe, this universe has a language. The universe has a language, and that language is frequency. And so because the universe's language is frequency, that frequency, you may say, well, AD, where does this frequency come from? Where does this energy come from? Where does this frequency come from? Well, in part, this frequency comes from you, it comes from me. And because it comes from you, because from me, where you may say, well, how? How does this happen? It happens by virtue of the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. They create this resonance within us, this what I like to call the protocols of alignment. So those protocols of alignment create a resonance, and that resonance has a frequency to it. And that frequency is based upon the quality of our thoughts, the quality of our words, the quality of our actions, and the quality of our emotions. That resonance that it creates is projected out. Thank you, Mimi, for grabbing that daily heart me. That frequency is projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it and then reflects it back to us as reality. It's reflected back to us as reality. So what does that mean? What does that say? That simply says that based upon the universal law of correspondence, as within, so without, as above, so below, as it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. Here's the point. Where your focus goes, energy flows, and manifestation soon follows. So when you look at the law of correspondence, this universal law of correspondence, it is literally telling us that the reality that you and I experience every day is really a reflection of what's happening inside. It is our inner world. That's right, Janae. Our inner world creates our outer reality. Does everybody understand that? Does that make sense? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. And listen, if you are a newbie, I want to welcome you to our masterclass. We have this masterclass every single day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. So welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. I see your jabs. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Glam. Thank you for those populars. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, JMV. Thank you, Janae. Excellent. Excellent. Here we go. So many people unknowingly sabotage their financial future, not by how much they spend. Watch this. Watch this. This is very, very vital. And I know today may seem a little technical, outside of the norm, but it is absolutely vital for us to manage this part, because this is a reality of what happens with money, your relationship with money and how you manage it. So again, many people unknowingly sabotage their financial future, not by how much they spend, but by the emotional frequency attached to their spending or their circulation. So listen, let's just do this for today, because I don't want to get caught up in some powerful semantics. You all know my take on the word spending. But for illustration purposes, I'm going to use the word spending because people understand that, especially our newbies, you understand what spending is. But let me make something perfectly clear. When you talk and you say you're paying for a bill or you're paying for something, never use the word I am spending, because what that denotes is that anything that is spent is done, right? Do y'all understand that? Does that make sense? If it makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. Anything that you spend is gone. However, if you use the word anything that you circulate wealth. I am circulating wealth. That circulation means that it's coming back to you and you expect for it to come back to you. So for today, spending equals circulation just for today. Okay, is that fine? All right, cool. Here we go. So again, It's not how much you spend. It is the emotional state or emotional frequency that is attached to the spending that is happening. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Anybody ever, here we go. Because listen, I deal with it. I deal with it, and I have to, and this is why I had to make these notes and I had to check myself. Because anybody ever been in a situation where you were about to spend some money and one, you felt guilty because you were spending money on yourself? If that's you, put me in the chat. Have you ever felt, if you've been a person that ever felt guilty for spending your money on you, put me in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Glam. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Monica. Yeah, look, everybody, we've all had moments where we felt guilty. We felt guilty for spending money. We felt bad. Energetically, we did not feel safe spending the money. Notice the word spending the money. It doesn't even feel good. But but if you say I'm circulating money, and you look at it from a perspective of circulating money. Walter says, how do I get money in the first place? You attract that money. You create that money out of thin air, Walter. You really do. That's the real part of it. And when you understand who you are and how you show up in the world, the universe doesn't give to us by us begging and pleading and asking. It doesn't give to us based upon what we ask for. The universe gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. It is going to be your identity that causes us to move the needle in the direction of abundance or scarcity, of happiness or sadness, poverty or abundance. It's all about your focus and your attention. And because remember, we live in this energetic universe, and where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. All right, let's keep going. Welcome to this masterclass. We're going to get down in here and it's going to get deep. It's going to get deep and dirty. When money leaves your hand through resentment, like you really don't want to pay this bill. Like you really don't want to let go of this money. Anybody ever felt like that? And so when money leaves your hand through resentment, guilt, fear, or anger, the subconscious mind encodes that experience as loss or threat or survival. I'm going to say that again. If you take any notes today, thank you, JMB. If you take any notes today, write this down. When money leaves your hand, that's every bill, Amy. Marie, you understand what I'm talking about? When money leaves your hand through resentment, like you resent paying this, you resent giving this money away. You resent it. You feel guilty because, and then that guilt is so layered. When you feel guilty for spending money, especially, hey, Nikki, good to see you on. Especially when it comes to spending money on yourself. That's the tough part. Because what that says is so layered, and we can go down the rabbit hole so far on that. When you feel guilty for spending money yourself, on yourself, money that you worked for, money that you earned, and you feel guilty for spending the money, even if you treated yourself to dinner, even if you treated yourself, you went and got, any ladies in here felt guilty for going to get their nails done? Anybody ever did that? Hey, Raina, good to see you on. Anybody ever felt guilty for going to get their nails done? Anybody ever felt guilty for doing every time? Mimi says every time. Because as you're getting ready to circulate this money, you sit there and you say, man, I could be doing this with it. I could be doing that with it. I need to be paying down my credit card bills. I need to be doing, hey, Janet, oh, good to see you in here. That's why I moved to Southeast Asia. Everything is a quarter of the price. I get it. I get it, Walter. And don't listen, I've seen the posts on social media. All of us have seen the posts on social media with people leaving the US and going to different countries because the cost of living is so it's affordable. So listen, we understand. We understand for sure. But watch this now. If you write anything down, I'm going to read it one more time because I want you to write this down because I really want you to understand it. And that guilt part is so powerful. Mimi says, so I need to move. No, you don't need to move. We just need to help reframe how your relationship with money. That's all. Because when you see money as something that is not going to come back to you, why? Because you were taught that money doesn't grow on trees. See the limiting beliefs here? You were taught, all of us, to a great degree, were taught that money doesn't grow on trees. We were taught that money is hard to get by. We were taught that we have to be performative in order to receive abundance. That the abundance that we experience. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate that. That abundance only comes to us when we're good little boys and girls. When money only comes to us when we work exceedingly hard. And if we don't work exceedingly hard and we don't attract it. We don't experience it. And so therefore, because of how we see money and how it comes into our experience based upon our programming and our subconscious mind, when it leaves our hand, it feels dangerous. That's why when you begin to spend money on yourself, you're so worthy. Let me pause 1 second. Let me plant this seed in your subconscious mind right now. You are worthy of abundance in all of its wonderful forms. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of abundance. You're worthy of kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself. And if you want to get your nails done, get your nails done. Love on you. Because and you're worthy not because of what you do for a living. You're not worthy because of the relationships that you have. You are worthy because you just are. That was a quick aside. I'm sorry. But I felt I really needed to say that because some of you are wrestling with this right now. What we're talking about today, you're wrestling with it. You have to make a choice between paying a bill and loving on yourself. And so often you place everything, every bill, everything above you. So therefore you're not the main character in your own story. And because you're not the main character in your story, you have placed money on the throne. And so what I'm trying to do today is to help you dethrone money. And we're going to circulate it. All right. Willis says, this is why I was attracted to your page because I needed to learn to reframe my mind towards money and wealth. Absolutely. Self-love is the absolute best love, Bronx. You're absolutely right. I live in a 3-bedroom house on the beach for $750. Walter, we are all coming. Listen, y'all see Walter? Listen, y'all go ahead and follow Walter. Walter, send me a friend request. We gonna talk to Walter. Walter says I live on the beach for $750. You can't listen. Here in the US, you can't. What can you? What you say, Mimi? Let's go. Walter is living life. Walter, listen, y'all. We got a newbie over here, and Walter, you just fit right on in. We so glad you're in here with us. Walter says he pays $750. He's living on the beach. We love it. And so, and here's the thing. And watch this. We're gonna talk to Walter for a second. Walter, I guarantee you, your nervous system. So you came here from the States, right, Walter? I'm assuming you came here from the States. And if you came here from the States, I'm gonna ask you one simple question. How does your nervous system feel? Do you feel more regulated? Do you feel more at peace knowing that financially you don't have the same burden as you did in here in the U.S. Do you feel better? I'm gonna put that out there. I'm interested to know. We all waiting around, Walter. We waiting around. And while we're waiting on, on Walter's response, because I'm sure that I'm willing to bet cash money that Walter, I'm retired Air Force, I get 4,400 a month. Oh yeah, well Walter is living like a king. Walter is living like a king. So, but do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? You feel better? All right, that's the nature. That's the nature of it. Thank you, Mimi, for it. So thank you for those finger hearts. I truly appreciate you. So again, when money leaves your hand through resentment, guilt, fear, or anger, your subconscious mind encodes that experience as loss, threat, and survival. A lot less stress. And so that's what many people are facing is and I'm gonna just put it out there, it's by design. Because if I can keep you weak, if I can keep you weak mentally, weak emotionally, and weak financially, you're easier to control. But that's not our topic for today. That's not our topic for today. But I just thought I would go ahead and just put that out there. Just kind of plant that seed. So this is why it's incumbent upon those of us who are still in the matrix or in the belly of this beast. It is incumbent upon us that the way we see our relationship with money is very, very different. Amy says she just closed her suitcase. She's on the way. Oh God, when I tell you I love y'all so much, you guys do my heart the best. When money leaves your hand through appreciation, now watch this. Watch this. And this is what I've had to do. I've had to say, man, I'm so thankful. Man, I'm so thankful that I had it. Because I remember a time, listen, I'm about to say something. I remember there was a time when there were things that my children needed. And I was not in a position because it was one of those down seasons. It was one of those seasons where I was losing everything. And having to take care of your children and you don't have it. Now, this I'm talking about like medical stuff. That right there is one of the toughest moments in any person's life. Can anybody relate with what I'm talking about? Having something, having a medical emergency, having something that needs to be taken care of, but you don't have the financial resources to do it. That is a life-changing and traumatic experience. That was traumatic for me because I was always accustomed to, daddy always got it. I always had it. I always had it. But that season taught me so much because when I did get it back and they needed, I was so grateful for having the ability to actually pay it. I was so grateful for having the capacity that when my kids needed something now, in this moment, I could do it. And so here's the conversely. When money leaves your hand through appreciation, through clarity, and joyful reciprocation or reciprocity, because we talk about the law of reciprocity. When money leaves your hand through appreciation, clarity, and joyful reciprocity, the subconscious mind encodes that experience as circulation, as growth, and expansion. So today, there are two things, there are two things, there are two things, there are two things, there are two things that if you write nothing down today, write these two things down. You already wrote the first one. The second one is when money leaves your hand through appreciation, through clarity. Let's talk about appreciation. When it leaves your hand and you're appreciative of having the opportunity and having the capacity to circulate that money, to pay that doggone bill. When you can do it and you can do it and you can appreciate the opportunity to do it, it changes everything. I manifested for years. Everything I have today, I'm grateful and blessed. There you go, Bronx. Every time I come on here, my mind is blown. And this is one. This is only my second time. Marie, I'm glad you're up in here. Keep coming in here because this is how we get down every day. We glad you up in here, Marie. So, write this down. When money leaves your hand through appreciation, clarity. Clarity. Let's talk about this clarity. Why is the money leaving your hand? See, money loves to grow. Remember, we're talking about cultivating the environment where money needs to live. It wants to live in your hand. I am so grateful to be able to circulate $700 on a hot water heater. That right there. I'm so grateful to have it because when it went out, you could have some cold water. Nobody want to take a bath in cold water. I know what that feels like too. But having the capacity to say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. I'm so thankful for it. So gratitude is the great summoner because when you enter into things with appreciation and gratitude, because we were talking about micro abundance the last 2 days. So now I want to help to reframe when you circulate money. Or for our conversation today, when you spend money, I want you to see it as an opportunity and be happy and glad in it. Because when you shift from that resentment and fear and guilt about spending money to appreciation and clarity, let's talk about clarity for a second. See, abundance loves intent. Abundance loves to be paired with purpose. Write that down. Put it in the chat. Abundance loves to be paired with purpose. Money loves to be paired with purpose. See, when you are spending money on things that are not in alignment with your passionate purpose, then it seems like it's hard. It seems like it's leaving and slipping away. But when you're taking those same dollars and you're investing them in your future, when you're taking those dollars and it is connected to the purpose that you have, see, it loves clear intentions, clarity, 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 clarity. So we want to appreciate the opportunity to circulate the wealth. We want to have clarity as it pertains to why we are circulating the wealth, because abundance loves to be paired with what? Abundance loves to be paired with purpose and joyful reciprocity. Knowing that the abundance that you got, that you've earned, that you brought in, that there's this reciprocity that's taking place because of actions that you've taken, things that you've done, that you loved on yourself, that you've shifted your identity, and that you're no longer the person you used to be. And so a part of that reciprocity is the universe blessing you, not just because of what you did, but because of who you are and how you show up. You are in alignment with passionate purpose. Today, we explore the radical idea of how you feel when you pay for things is quietly programming your future income. That's what we're doing today. In many ancient traditions, this equinox, because we know the spring equinox is on its way. It's on its way. And so you're going to hear me talking about it because we're going to be talking about the energetics of spring and how it plays into energetically the seeds that you're planting right now. All right? As we approach the spring equinox, a sacred moment of energetic balance between light and dark, it becomes a perfect time to examine the energetics of exchange in our lives. So, in many ancient traditions, the equinox symbolizes the preparation of soil before the next harvest. And so this is what we're doing. We are preparing for the next harvest. We're preparing the soil right now in this moment. You're planting seeds as we did yesterday. In fact, we're going to do this every day. Go ahead and put seed in the chat. If you are looking to experience a major harvest over the next few months and this year, go ahead and put seed in the chat. Put seed in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because that's exactly what we're doing. And if you're not a vibrational match, y'all already knew. If a person is in here and they're not a vibrational match, just excuse yourself. That's it. And if not, there's some folks in here that will. So go ahead and take your cell phone out. Here we go. If your emotional soil around money is full of resentment or fear, the harvest of abundance struggles to grow. If the soil, the environment of the seed is harsh, it's hard for it to grow. It's hard for it to grow. It struggles and fights. Thank you, Mimi. It struggles and fights to push up through the soil because it's hard. That's why we have to prepare the soil before we plant the seed. So right now, we are preparing the soil as we plant our seeds. Here we go. If y'all are ready for part one, put one in the chat. If y'all are ready for part one, put one in the chat. Thank you so much, Cupcake, for the GOAT. Yes, I am the greatest of all time. Thank you so very much. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, Amy, for my paper crane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, let me put this out there. If this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. If this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. If this is your first time hanging out with us and you're a newbie, let us know that you're a newbie by putting newbie in the chat if we haven't already acknowledged you. So I want to welcome you, whether you're here on YouTube or you're here on TikTok. I'm really, really glad to have you here with us, and we're all here. We're all glad to have you. And so again, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. I want to invite you to continue to come back here. Hey, Bronx, y'all love on Bronx Roots for me. Y'all love on Bronx. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Alston, thank you so much for being up in here. Y'all love on our YouTube family. Love on. Thank you so much. Thank you, West Indian girl. All right, I got you. My babies are West Indian too. So come on in here. So glad to have you in here. Good, good, good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Doretha, good to see you up in here. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So listen, hey, Jennifer. Y'all love on Jennifer too. Y'all love on Jennifer. So glad to have you up in here with us. Welcome in. And so listen, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. So I want to invite you to keep coming back here every single day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. That's right, 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time, every single day, Monday through Thursday. This is what we're doing. And again, I also want to invite you the next level of engagement. If this is your space, if this is your tribe, you may have found them today. I want to invite you to become a part of the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. And inside of the Oasis, we have all kinds of stuff. Inside of the Oasis, we have Monday morning meditation. We do. We have Monday morning meditation. And we have, I'm the first one. Well, good. Well, I'm glad you met this certified therapist today. I'm so glad. Good, good, good. I want to invite you to become a part of the Oasis. Inside of the Oasis, we have Monday morning meditation every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're more than welcome to come in for that. We have every first Monday of the month, we started the Rabbit Hole Talks. So really, really deep esoteric conversations where we can ask, you guys can ask questions, and we kind of do deep dives in there. And that's at 7-Eleven. Every first Monday in the Oasis. We have guided meditations that are pre-recorded. We have hypnosis sessions that are pre-recorded that are designed for empowering you for attracting more wealth and abundance, losing weight, some to help you sleep, some to help you de-stress. We also have a channel in there called a Woman's Safe Space. Inside of that Woman's Safe Space, We're having wonderful conversations that are designed to really be meaningful for you, for all of the ladies, because you guys have a different journey. Let's just be honest, you have a different journey, and it's very, very challenging to be a part of that journey. So I wanna offer access to the Oasis, and Janae, we want to thank Janae for curating and moderating our inside of the Oasis, our women's safe space. So it's really, really great to have y'all there. So if you want to become a part of the Oasis, it's so easy. All you have to do is to click on that picture of that good looking guy right there. All you have to do is click on that picture of that good looking guy right there and become a super fan. And the moment you become a super fan, you gain direct access to the Oasis. And so then, but you may say, well, AD, I'm having some challenges, some technical difficulties, or some financial difficulties, and I'm not able to get into the Oasis. All you have to do is to message one of our moderators. So that's either going to be Fine Wine or Mimi over here on TikTok, or Janae or Willis over here on YouTube. And so if you connect with one of them, they will make sure that you get inside. There you go. So I definitely want to invite you to be there. Then the highest level of engagement, then we're going to pick our conversation back up. Our highest level of engagement is to become a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. The Oasis Mind Spa. And so if you will, what does that mean? To become a member of the Oasis Mind Spa means you either work with me one-on-one, or you've been a member or you've attended one of our virtual hypnosis experiences, and they are absolutely life changing. So I'm about to put this up here for any of you who want, if you're dead serious about taking your life to the next level and you want to work with a clinically certified hypnotherapist to help you to do that, to tap into the power of your subconscious mind, but you want to do so one-on-one and privately, let me give you access. I'm about to put this up here right now. And it is pinned. Can y'all see that little form down there? If you would go ahead and fill that form out for me, then one of the members of my team will get back to you and we'll go ahead and line you up. So that would be absolutely great. Fill that form out. And listen, make sure that you give your full name, first name, last name. Make sure that your number is correct. Make sure that your email is correct, because we've been reaching out to some people and we've not been getting responses. And sometimes that is because the number you have put in is in error. So make sure that the information that you submit is on point. And listen, only and serious inquiries only, because we have so many people that we're trying to help, and it's only just me right now. So please, serious inquiries only. And so the other thing is, pull out your calendars, and then we're going to start back. Wednesday, March the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am hosting our virtual hypnosis experience. That's right. And follow the directions over here on our YouTube family. You're getting the information there. Listen, I'm hosting a virtual hypnosis experience, and it is powerful. It's going to be absolutely powerful. Where my Oasis Mind Spa family at? If you're in the Mind Spa family, go ahead and put OMS in the chat. If you work with me one-on-one, or if you have been to a virtual hypnosis experience, put OMS in the chat. I see you. Excellent. Thank you. Just put OMS in the chat form. And so listen, if you want to be a part of the virtual hypnosis experience, listen, because you guys have been hanging out with me today, normally it's $95 in order to attend. But guess what? You can, I'm gonna give it away to you for $49. All you have to do is, when you do your registration, when you do that registration, you can get it for $49, and all you have to do is put OMS 49 in the discount section. You put OMS 49 in the discount section, and you're good to go. Excellent. Thank you. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about you guys being able to work with you. All right, so here we go. Part 1. Money is a circulatory system. Money is a circulatory system, not a storage system. Money behaves much more like blood in the body than bricks in a vault. I'm going to say that again. Money is more like blood in the body. It has to move. It has to circulate. Healthy circulation allows life to thrive. Anybody ever been to a scene, had some sitting water in the house, in their yard? Like you may have had a bucket or anybody ever seen anything where it just kind of held water and it got stagnant? Anybody know what I'm talking about? And the more it sat there stagnant, the more it began to reek, or it started to get little friends that were swimming around. You look in it, and it started you got mosquito larvae and all kind of gross stuff starting to thrive in there. All kind of bacteria in the water. It's not good to drink because it is sitting still. Even some animals, like how you put water out for a cat. Like I have a kitten. Ray will not, Ray doesn't like to drink out of sitting water. But they have these fountains that they like the fresh flowing water. If you want to know why your animal keep drinking out of the toilet, it's because the water is circulating. It is constantly moving, it's circulating. I know that sounds gross. Doesn't it sound gross? You're like, what are y'all doing? But because the water is flowing. And so it's the same thing as it pertains to money. Circulation, healthy circulation allows life to thrive. It does. Circulation loves that freedom. Money loves to be able to move from space to space, to state to state. It doesn't like to sit still. While stagnation, it creates dysfunction, hoarding onto things. We see what happens in the lives of hoarders. It's dysfunctional. It's not habitable. It doesn't feel good. It's not conducive for growth and development. So guess what? Abundance doesn't like to be hoarded like that. Many people subconsciously treat money like oxygen they're about to run out of. You hear me? Do you hear me? Many people treat money as if it was oxygen that they're afraid to run out of. And because they treat it like oxygen that they're afraid to run out of, this creates this contraction and this scarcity in their nervous system. So anytime you're worried about losing something, what do most people do to it? They hold on. What happens? So when you're afraid of losing something, you hold on to it tight instead of allowing it to flow. Oh man, you have no idea. There's so many ideas running through my mind that I can share with you as to why the openness is so much more healthy. Anybody ever been in relationships where they felt like they were trapped? Whether it was a job, whether it was a relationship with your job, relationship with your significant other, relationship with family members. Anybody ever been in a situation where you felt as if you were trapped and you could not go and flow as if you wanted to? You couldn't go where you wanted to go. Thank you, Alston. You couldn't do what you wanted to do. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Mimi. Did you feel like you were stifled, like you couldn't breathe? So let's think about this for a second, you all. Thank you. Come on now. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you, Adventures. I see you. Thank you. So can you imagine for a second your money and somebody is squeezing the life out of you and won't let you go? You can't breathe. You're smothered. And because you can't breathe and you feel smothered and all that kind of stuff, you don't want to be there. Right? Who wants to be in a relationship, whether it's your job, whether it's your significant other, whether it is family, whether you feel trapped and you cannot move? No one wants to live in that space, especially an Aquarian. I'm just going to say I'm an Aquarius. So you I throw a little astrological thing, a little astrology up in that thing. Listen, you cannot, you don't want to be told, listen, some of you look at me, some of you all Some of you all are the black sheep of the family because you refuse to be trapped. You refuse to be put in a box. You refuse to do that. You refuse it. Gemini here, I get it. Yeah. So here's the thing. Money looks at life the same way. Money wants to flow too. Money wants to be free. money wants to be over here. Money wants to be over there. Let me loose. Let me go do my thing. And so that's how I want you to begin to look at. So stop holding on to money, because when you hold on to money like this and you're squeezing it, guess what? How much money can get into these hands? What? Look at my hands. I am holding on. I am squeezing my last dollar. Now, if the abundance that I'm looking for is looking for me, and I say that every day, the abundance that you're looking for is looking for you. And I say that every day. If that's the case, how much money can get into these hands? As they say, in this position right now, in the position that you see right now, how much money can get into these hands? I'm waiting. None. Thank you, sunshine. Not 1 cent. Not 1 cent. There you go, Willis. Not 1 cent can get in. None. Thank you, Mimi. So, what do we have to do? Open. It blocks love too. All of this works the same way. Now watch how I tie what I teach you. Now watch how I tie this in every day. I teach you that you must feel safe in order to receive abundance. Thank you. I teach y'all every day that your nervous system must feel safe. I teach you every day that when you don't feel safe, you don't trust anything. You're not trusting any opportunities that are coming along. When you don't feel safe, you don't trust. When you don't trust, you don't allow. When you don't allow, you're not open. And when you're not open, you can't receive. So the same thing as it pertains to money, all of the abundance that's trying to come into your life, oh gosh, you don't feel safe. So the first thing that we have to do is to get your nervous system to feel safe around money. See, some of you have so much financial trauma from childhood and from young adults. Thank you, Fine Wine, for the goats. Some of you have so much financial trauma that you're afraid of money. Your financial thermostat is so set, it is so beneath your vision for your life, is so beneath your dreams that you're holding on to that doggone last dollar like a wino is clutching onto his last bottle. Come on. Breathe. What I want everybody to do right now in this moment is take a deep breath. Thank you. Thank you, McMoney. I think I pronounced it right. Thank you, Monty. Take a deep breath with me. Hold it and release. Allow your shoulders to settle into it. Do that one more time. Deep breath in and exhale. Why am I having you do this? Because I want you to tell your nervous system that you're safe. When you take deep breaths like that, it's an automatic signal to your nervous system that all is well. It's a reset. And so I wanted to take a moment to reset because I know I'm giving you a lot of information right now. And I know that it's about trying to recalibrate that. It's really important. Man, look at Antoine coming up in here. Look at Antoine. Y'all love on Antoine. Bad boy number 1 is in the building. Welcome in, bro. Y'all love on my good friend Antoine. We miss you, man. We miss you, man. Yes, sir. Him and his new schedule. All right, here we go. Whew, I got to remember where I was because I'm just shoot. I got my notes. I got my notes, but my goodness, many people are subconsciously. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. The subconscious mind interprets emotional contraction as a signal of tightened behavior, reduced opportunity recognition, and a limit risk tolerance. So there's this signal that happens. That's why I had you do the breathing exercises, because we wanted to send a signal to the nervous system that we are fine, that we're safe, that we're okay. But the moment you tighten up, you're constricting the flow of life energetically. You're in a vibrational holding pattern where you cannot receive abundance and prosperity because you're so afraid of losing that which you already have. From a quantum perspective, attention and emotion collapse probability into experience. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. When you're holding on to things, there's a reason why you hold on to things, because you've been without. The reason why you struggle to hold on to things that you already have is because you've had a season where you did not have anything. Does that resonate with anybody? If that resonates with you, put yes in the chat. If you've had a season where you had to hold on, where you looked in your bank account and your bank account looked back at you and was like, what? What you want me to do? Your bank account is like, I ain't got it. And so with that being the case, from a quantum perspective, you are collapsing timelines by your observation. And so when you look in your bank account, your financial thermostat it triggers you. You get triggered. You don't feel good. You're not feeling comfortable. You don't feel safe. So therefore, you're not going in. You're not doing you're not feeling free. You're not doing the best. You're not living the best version of yourself because of how you're looking at your present moment situation. So again, from a quantum perspective, attention and emotion collapses probability into experience. The emotional field attached to money transactions become part of the signal you broadcast into the economic ecosystem. As you broadcast a signal into the quantum field receives that signal, that frequency of lack, want, and scarcity. It receives that signal, and guess what it does? It reflects it back to you as your reality. You're constantly programming and reprogramming yourself, either in alignment with wealth, abundance, and prosperity, or lack, want, need, and scarcity. Based upon what? Your focus and attention. Thank you, Mimi, for that. Let me cook. Yes, let me cook. The emotional field attached to money transactions becomes part of the signal you broadcast into the economic ecosystem. Someone paying for a meal while silently complaining is reinforcing a subconscious narrative of loss. You see it? You're constantly doing the same thing. You really don't want to spend this money. You feel guilty about spending the money. You get pissed off about having to spend money that you really don't want to let it go because you've had a season. And see, that's why you're holding on to that trauma, because you've had a season where you did not have it. And so because you lived in a season where you did not have it, it has become entrenched and programmed in your subconscious mind that as a defense mechanism for the season that was so painful when you didn't have it, let's not ever go there again. And so because you said, I don't want to ever go back there again, and I don't want to experience a life of brokenness, scarcity, and lack, what you don't realize is that you're reprogramming yourself for the same thing. It is a cyclical thing because your subconscious mind is looking at lack, want, and need as dangerous. It's not comfortable. Now, because it's not comfortable, that does not mean it's not the thing that you're going to acquiesce to. Thank you so much, Antoine, for the roses. It doesn't mean that that's not what you're going to bend to, because that is what we like to call in here the uncomfortable comfort zone, because the subconscious mind loves the familiar. It loves the familiar. And if your familiar state of being is a constant state of lack, want, need, not having enough, that becomes a part of who you are. Yes, the body remembers and the mind tries to forget. But the body remembers energetically that traumatic experience that you had because of that season where you did not have abundance. It has forced you into a construct where your defense mechanism is say, we got to hold on to what we have so we never go back. Anybody know what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about, put yes in the chat. Now, let me put something here. Let me go ahead and put something here. Excellent. Let me put this here. No, I don't want to do that. What are y'all doing? Move that out the way. What's going on here? What is this? Excuse me, y'all. Oh, here we go. They have changed the interface when I try to put stuff up in here. And they like, you don't get an email or let you know anything. It's just changed. So I'm like, well, I'm trying to navigate it. So here we go. There we go. All right. Now, if any part of what we've been talking about today has resonated with you in any meaningful way, I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code. You need to go ahead and grab your copy of it. And we're going to continue with our conversation. If you love any part of what we've talked about today, it arose out of Cracking the Abundance Code. Because I work with so many different people, I work with professional athletes, I work with C-suite executives, I work with folks that are just trying to do better and get better. All of that good stuff. Thank you, Antoine. Antoine say, go get it. Cracking the Abundance Code is a powerful, powerful, transformative tool. You need to have this in your library. If you are looking to change your financial situation and you're looking to attract more wealth and abundance into your life, let me tell you right now. Can y'all see this down here? Can y'all see the banner where it says Cracking the Abundance Code? And listen, follow over here on YouTube, follow Janae's instructions. If you want to get your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, okay, thank you, everybody. Y'all can see it. You want to grab this because the very first thing that I talk about in the very first chapter, thank you, McMoney. I see that you grabbed it. Listen, y'all celebrate McMoney because they've grabbed their copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. Let me share this with you real quick. What do you think? Thank you, I am. Thank you, Willis. Thank you. Thank you for that heart. What do you think the very first chapter in this book is? Recognizing limiting beliefs. The limiting beliefs that you're holding on to are systemic from the systemic of the trauma that you've already experienced. You've experienced financial trauma. And see, here's the challenge that I have. And yes, as I tell y'all every day, yes, I have all of those books. I've paid thousands of dollars for courses and programs and mentors and all kinds of stuff. Yes, I watched The Secret 100 years ago. I bought The Secret when it first came out. I did all of those things. And let me tell you something. I love each and every one of them, all of the luminaries that talk about the law of attraction and all of those things. But this is where they miss the mark for me. And a lot of people, the Secret received, some little backlash because they were like, oh, it doesn't work. It does work. But the problem is there's a precursor that, you know how you have to take a prerequisite before you go into your main course? Anybody know what I'm talking about? You have to have a prerequisite. And because of that prerequisite, the prerequisite here is that you have to heal from past trauma. It's like putting sugar on top of, y'all already know what I'm thinking. We never try to put sugar on top of, yes, that other word, simply because it doesn't make sense. So here, in order for us to walk in abundance and to experience the abundance that is looking for you, it's looking for you. But the problem is you're a vibrational mismatch. Thank you, Marie. I truly appreciate that graphical representation. Because it's looking for you, it can't find you because your hands are closed. You're operating from a place of limiting beliefs. So I need you to help recognize I needed to help you recognize what those limiting beliefs are so that you can eliminate them and that you can heal from them. This represents an entire system. So Cracking the Abundance Code is really, this book is a tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you, it's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more. So here it is. So the very first chapter is on limiting beliefs. The second chapter is quantum leaping into your wealthy identity. And so I like how you said that, Antoine. Yeah, that's it. Sugar honey iced tea. I hadn't seen that in 100 years. Bro, you showing our age. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that up in here. Shoot. All right, well, everybody know how old I am anyway. We not worried about it. So here's the thing. When you heal from those past traumas and all of that stuff, then it allows you to then use all of those things that we learned in The Secret and all of those things for the law of attraction. Because what is happening is you're doing the work that they're outlining for you, but the problem is you have interference patterns. The interference patterns arise out of the limiting beliefs that you're holding on to. But once you eliminate those, then you can quantum leap into your wealthy identity. The other thing inside of Cracking the Abundance Code is I have a 21-day roadmap. It's just like having me with you every single day for 21 days. And I say, this is what you need to be doing day 1, day 2, day 3. What you can be incorporating. As I said, this is an entire system. The book is just the tip of the iceberg. So go ahead and grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. When you grab your copy, listen, I am going to sign it for you. I'm going to personalize it. I'm going to put your name in this book. I'm going to give you a little special note. And I'm also going to give you a little gift inside of here that helps you along your journey. Make sure that you pay attention. It is to help you along your journey. I'm going to give you a gift inside of here, and then I'm going to ship it out to you immediately. So grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. I'm going to leave that up there for a while. I'm going to leave that up for a while as we continue to have our conversation. So again, from a quantum perspective, attention and emotion collapse probabilities into reality. Wave first, form second. Thank you, Amy, for those populars. I appreciate you. That's right. Wave first, form second. Then, because the law of vibration comes before the law of abundance. Why? Because you got to have something to attract. It is your focus and your attention that causes the wave amplitude to collapse. And so again, thank you, Janae. Y'all follow the instructions of Janae. Janae has given some great instructions right here. And so here we go. If y'all are ready for part 2, put 2 in the chat. Did we already do that? I don't think so. Did I tell y'all to put 2 in the chat? I don't remember. I don't remember. Hey, Diego, good to see you on up in here. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, put 2 in the chat. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, LJ. I see you. Okay, thank you, Amy. I truly appreciate you. Here we go. Your subconscious mind is always listening when money moves. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Janae. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between financial transaction and survival signal. It does not. It does not. Your subconscious mind is always listening when money moves. If you're spending, and you remember we're just using that for our conversation today. Amy always remembers. We know that. If spending consistently feels like danger, the subconscious mind associates wealth with anxiety. You want to know why you've been dealing with that anxiety when it comes to money? Because you had to wrestle with it for so long. Because you've had to wrestle with it so long. And I know what that feels like. I know exactly what that feels like. I know exactly what that feels like. When wealth becomes emotionally linked to stress, come here. When wealth becomes emotionally linked to stress, the mind begins to unconsciously resist earning more. It's a defense mechanism. Does that make sense, y'all? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. I'm going to say that again. And if you're going to write notes down, write it down. Write it down. Thank y'all. When wealth becomes emotionally linked to stress, the mind begins to unconsciously resist earning more. You see what I said? Abundance, the abundance that you're looking for is looking for you. That's happening to you now. God and Goddess, you're in the right place. You're in the right place right now. I'm glad you're up in here. Rebel Soul says lack of wealth creates stress. To some degree. And when I say some degree, because the wealth came to you in the first place. There's a reason why it came. So that's why we're talking about cultivating an environment that money feels very safe in. So it's kind of like what comes first, the chicken or the egg. You see, we've been trained to look outside of ourselves for our savior. We've taught to look outside of ourselves for peace, happiness. We've been taught to look outside of ourselves for our abundance. And because we're looking outside of ourselves, that's why statements like yours, and you're very right to say that, because that's many people's experience. Rebel people are looking for abundance outside of themselves. So therefore, when you receive it, it's like that's when peace comes. You receive the money first. Then once you receive the money, then peace comes. No, let me help you. Peace is required first. There's an old African proverb that says, there's no abundance without peace. There's no prosperity without peace. So peace is the precursor to prosperity and abundance. It's not the other way around. You see, the way this matrix has raised us and has taught us, it has programmed us to look outside of ourselves for renewal. See, scripture says, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. Today, that's what we're doing. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Whatever you desire in your heart, when you pray, believe that you have already received it and it shall be yours. Gratitude is a tool to do such. This here, stop looking for money to rescue you. It's a trick. It's a lie. It's the goal to get you addicted and keep you on the hunt and the hustle and grind to chase money. No. Trust me when I tell you, when you cultivate a space of peace, abundance will show up in your life easily and effortlessly because you have a space where abundance feels safe. When you feel safe, abundance feels safe. Abundance will show up if that's something that you want to experience. Does that make sense, y'all? Can y'all see how the world has perverted our sight, that we're looking for abundance? This is purely a masterclass where we're looking for abundance outside of ourselves. You're trained to look for salvation outside of yourself. You're trained to look for something or somebody to come and rescue you. When you look at the like little girls are programmed from very, very young with these stories of these princess stories. You know, being in Rapunzel, she in the tower. She need to be rescued. So we're constantly being programmed to look outside of ourselves for our Savior to come. And I'm not talking from a spiritual tradition aspect. I am talking from a personal development aspect of living the best version or being the best version of yourself. There's so much more. And, and I want to, and here's a tough part. And see, and I'm gonna address them, because normally I don't do this, but I'm gonna put this out there because I understand, Garcia, what you're saying. I understand that, Yasmin. I do. Because that's what we were taught. Yeah, looking for the knight in shining armor. But if that were the case, if all you needed, and I know I'm gonna offend some people, and it's okay. But I want to stretch your experience just a little bit, if you will, just for a moment. If all it took to live an amazing life, all you needed to do was for Jesus and the Holy Spirit to transform you on their own, then what's the whole point of having these texts? What's the point? I can go and I can grab my Ethiopian Bible that's this thick. I can go and I can grab all of my holy doctrines. I can go and grab all of them. And if that's all we needed, what is the point for teaching you that whatever you desire in your heart, believe that you have already received it? Mark 11:24. What's the point of teaching that? If that's all you need, because if that's all you need, then all you need to do is just say, "Hey, look here, I believe in my heart, and I confessed with my tongue that Jesus died and rose on the third day. I'm saved. I'm done. Sign me up for the rest of my life. I'm good." What was Jesus walking around all for those 3 years teaching? What was he teaching for? There's so many things. It said the scripture says that greater things ye shall do. Jesus literally said, "Greater things ye shall do than I." When is the greater thing? When does the greater thing happen? When are you going to come off of the pew and get in front and start to teach yourself? When is the greater thing? Greater things ye shall do than I. But see, you neglect the part that says wise men seek unto wise counsel. Wise men seek unto wise counsel. Fools shun wisdom and knowledge. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm sorry, because it disturbs my spirit, because we believe that there's a fix all and a catch all to everything. There's not a one thing, one size fits all for your transformation. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. What's the point of putting that in there then? Let's just pack this up. Let's do this. We can pack up and close up every church, every synagogue, every mosque, everything. If that's all you needed to do, was to believe that Muhammad was, believe in Allah and that Muhammad is the last and final messenger. That's all you got to do, and I'm good. I'm good for the rest of the world. It's not. There's so much more that has to be done for us to master this experience. That's what it is. And so as we do it, and I offer all of this in love, I really, really do. And reparenting is a big thing. Yeah, I like that. Reparenting is a big thing. And that's what we talk about in here. All of this. Yeah, we're not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. Listen, she is wise. We're not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. I understand, especially when you start talking about that Pauline doctrine and things like that. So, what you'll find is that I'm what I like to call myself a spiritual polyglot, meaning that a polyglot is a person that can speak multiple languages. I'm a spiritual polyglot because I can speak different spiritual languages. I can speak the language of different spiritual traditions, because I've studied and experienced all of them and found a beautiful golden thread in each and every one of them. Yes, I was born in a Southern Baptist experience. I was born in my mother's an ordained minister. My grandfather was the chairman of the deacon board. They thought I was going to be a pastor. They saw it. But they were looking through the lens of the vernacular that they knew. So I studied. This is my story. I studied Christianity. I've studied Islam. I've practiced Christianity. I've practiced Islam. I've studied Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism. I've practiced them. I've walked this path. I've walked this path. And so here we are today, talking about abundance as we prepare for the spring equinox. We prepare for this thing. Here we go. Let's go. When wealth becomes emotionally linked to stress, the mind begins to unconsciously resist earning more. It resists wealth. It resists abundance. It resists prosperity. This phenomenon is sometimes called financial self-sabotage. Financial self-sabotage. So we begin to sabotage ourselves when opportunities are presenting themselves. Financial sabotage, but it is actually the subconscious trying to protect emotional equilibrium. It is trying to balance everything out. It's trying to balance everything out. And as it's balancing everything out, neuroscience, it shows that the brain constantly scans for emotional patterns and builds predictions based upon repeated experiences. That is the RAS, that reticular activating system. That it is programming what you will see, what you will experience, and it focuses your attention clearly and effortlessly. But it's based upon the programming of the subconscious mind. If every bill payment carries resentment, the brain associates money with tension rather than possibility. And that's what we're facing. That's what people are wrestling with over and over and over again. That's why you wind up in the same cyclical patterns of behavior and experiencing the same thing. Old keys don't unlock new doors. Old keys do not unlock new doors. Old keys do not unlock new doors. You have to get a new set of keys. And how do you get a new set of keys? By the renewal of your mind. How do you get a new set of keys? By shifting your identity. Thank you, garden goddess. That's how you do it. By transforming how you see yourself. Because remember, the universe does not give to us based upon how we, what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. As a man thinketh, so is he. like they would listen. Let me tell you something. These spiritual traditions that have been around for millennia, they've been giving you the formulas. They've been giving you the formulas, and it's justified through science. They've been dropping it all along. I'm just saying. but have we been listening? No, we haven't been listening. Because you've been looking for your salvation and restoration outside of yourself. Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. Oh no, we don't want to talk about that. So if the kingdom of heaven is within you, that means you have the ability, you are tapped in to source. Source has the ability, you came from abundance. Your natural state is abundance. Your natural state is abundance. Who you are is abundance. But you learned scarcity. You learned to be broke. You learn to live in a state of lack and need and want. But your natural state, where you came from, the source that you're connected to by virtue of the fact that the kingdom of heaven is within you. So if the kingdom of heaven is within you, that means everything that you require and that you need for the manifestation of the life that you have seen for yourself is available to you. Thank you, Willis. Let me cook. Thank you, fine wine. That's it. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. I'm trying to help somebody today. I'm trying to help. See, I sound like the old Baptist action there. I'm trying to help somebody today. Oh, God. So someone who angrily pays their rent every month reinforces the belief that life is oppressive. Go on and rock that thing on out, quote Romans 2, 12, 2. Give me the quote for that, voice of reason. Give it to me. Go on and put the whole thing down there. Give me Romans, because I don't remember it. I'm pretty sure I know it, but I might not know it. I would never be the one to say I know everything. Here we go. Someone who angrily pays their rent every single month reinforces the belief that life is oppressive. You about to get your shout in? Go ahead on, Willis. Someone who consciously reframes that same payment as security and shelter reinforces stability. A question, how long should things manifest? How long? Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a delicious question. Is it Shiko? Is that it? A question, how long should things manifest physically after working on your consciousness? That's left up to divine timing. If I knew that, I would have the winning lottery ticket numbers. I would have to listen. If I had that question, ooh, if I had that answer, baby. Listen, we went in all kind of stuff. We'll go straight there to the dog track. Straight good. Listen, if I knew the answer to that question, but it is divine timing. It's divine timing because there's a part of the process that we can't control. We can't control when something manifests. It's just like when you plant seeds out there in the yard. We've already started planting our flowers and our jasmine and all those things outside, and they're starting to sprout up. Do I know when it's gonna be in full bloom? Nope. But I can see little signs that things are happening. And so that's what it'll be for you and everybody, for all of us. We'll begin to see little things happening. You'll get little signs and synchronicities. The universe will wink at you and say, yes, you're moving in the right direction. Yes, you're doing the right thing. Let's see what it says. Of your mind, that ye may prove that this is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Gotcha. Striving is lifelong process, yet we can identify transformation. Absolutely. Yeah, growth. I mean, I'm what you call as my good friend loves to call himself, he's a process theologian. And a process theologian is one who believes that he believes in the journey. Believes that there's a process in order for you to become. There's a process of becoming. There's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And you cannot usurp that process in order to shortcome and get to the end. Because you'll realize that it is not about the end. It's going to always be about the journey. It's going to always be about the journey. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, y'all. If y'all are ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. And we're doing pretty good. I think we'll get there today. Y'all. I think we'll be able to do part 3. Yeah. We'll be the energetics of resentment. Thank you. If you're ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. Thank you, Willis. Thank you. The energetics of resentment spending. That's right, clapping is tapping, and we're almost at 100K, so we'll be there. I think we'll get there. Oh, come on. There we go. Ooh, I need a massage. We got any massage therapists in the Oasis? Where you at? Holla at me. Oh yeah, I love some Bob Proctor. That was my boy. Yeah, Bob Proctor was a beast. Bob Proctor helped a lot of us. Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer. Those are my people. Those are my people. Some of the very first programs I ever bought back. I'm not gonna say what years, but long time ago was Bob Proctor. I used to sit up there and listen to. I'm gonna put it like this. I used to listen to him on tape. I listened to him on tape. Did I say tape? I listened to him on tape. I know. I just dated myself big time. Yes, I'm 55. Big deal. So what? Deal with it. Let's go. Resentment is one of the most powerful energetic distortions attached to money. Resentment. Watch this, y'all. This is super important. Resentment is one of the most powerful energetic distortions. Because part of the problem, remember, we live in an energetic universe, and the universe has a language. That language is frequency. And so as you're broadcasting your frequency, based upon the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience, you broadcast that frequency. That signal should be clear. So that's why I say the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your words, all of those things, the quality of the protocols of alignment in your life as it's projected out into the quantum field, it is the quality of that transmission, that frequency, that will determine the quality of that which comes back to you. Now, resentment. If resentment is a part of your vibrational frequency, if resentment attached to money is a part of that frequency, it is a huge disruptor. It will create interference patterns. So when you have a signal, you got the signal, you're doing good. You're shifting your mindset. You're working on becoming the better version of yourself. You're going along. You're doing the thing. You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. And then all of a sudden, you have a moment of resentment because now I got to pay this doggone rent. I hate paying these doggone people this doggone money. I can't stand it. Every time I got to turn around, I got to pay this darn child support. Every time I got to turn around, I got to pay this. Every time I got to turn around, here we go to light bill. Resentment, right? What happens? Here comes the resentment. And so what is happening? It is creating an interference pattern. So as you're sitting there and you're moving along trying to do your thing and you're doing well and you're broadcasting your signal and you're doing your thing, and here comes resentment. Resentment is a whole frequency in and of itself. It is a vibrational frequency that distorts the work that you're doing. Does that make sense? If everybody understands that, put yes in the chat. There you go, Alston. You're in the right place. You get it. You get it. You get it. Excellent. Excellent, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. So again, resentment communicates a subconscious message that life is unfair and resources are being taken rather than exchanged. See, there's a difference. Write this down. There is a difference between exchange and taken. There's a difference between exchange, because that's the law of reciprocity, right? If I'm giving something, I'm receiving something. As I'm receiving something, I'm offering something. And I do so gratefully. And as I do that, I create a matrix in which this is a natural exchange. Now watch what I'm doing. It's a natural exchange. And as it's a natural exchange, there's what happening? Flow happening. That's the pulse. That's the ebb and the flow of your abundance. It comes in, it goes out. It becomes larger. It's pumping. It is moving naturally. That's why it is the circulation. This is not spending. See, the problem is you see your life as this. I'm constantly giving, I'm constantly giving, I'm constantly giving, I'm constantly giving. And because you're doing that, you see, you become resentful of the constant giving. You become resentful. And as you become resentful of it, what is happening? Resentment is one of the most powerful energetic distortions attached with money. Resentment communicates a subconscious message that life is unfair and resources are being taken rather than exchanged. When something is taken from us, does it feel good? No, it does not feel good when something is being taken from us. But when we see life as an exchange, it is absolutely vital that we shift that mindset. Willis says, therefore, money is being circulated versus given for a service. We're circulating abundance, we're circulating money. That's the difference between exchange or circulation versus spending. That's why we don't use the word spending. Let's keep going. In energetic terms, resentment compresses the emotional field around money. So your energetic field begins to collapse. It begins to contract because the moment you mention money, you mention financial responsibility and all of those things, it begins to constrict. And as it constricts, you say, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like this. That's how banks work. Absolutely, that's how banks work. That's why they call them banks. They regulate the flow of money. Banks like a river. You have on each side of the river, you have what? Banks. It is the banks in which that corrals money and it directs the flow. So that's why banks call themselves banks, because they direct the flow of money. That's why we call money currency because it flows and it has to flow. And in order to control that flow, it's through the banks. Let's go. In energetic terms, resentment compresses the emotional field around money. The Tao Te Ching reminds us that what is rigid eventually breaks, and that flow is altered. So we're not trying to be rigid. We're not trying to be rigid. That's right, Brenda, I am rich. We're not trying to be rigid. We have to bend and ebb with the flow of abundance in and out of our lives. And we do so with gratitude. We do so with appreciation. We do so with clarity. We do so with joy. Because if we don't, we do it with resentment. We do it with anger. We do it with frustration. What are we going to get? More anger, more frustration, more doubt. We are in a circular pattern of lack, want, and continued need. When money transactions become emotionally rigid, the flow of opportunity also narrows. When you're holding on to money so tight, no, I'm not going to spend. I can't spend this. I can't spend this. Money loves to be attached to purpose. Money loves clear intention. Money loves to be in a space where it's safe. Money loves to be in a space where it can grow and expand. Are you cultivating an environment for it? Listen, that's why I promise you, you need to get your copy of Cracking Abundance Code. If you have not gotten it, the banner is down here for the TikTok shop. Go ahead and get it. Over here on YouTube, Janae has it for you. You have to get a copy of Cracking Abundance Code. Because until you begin to dissect this stuff, this thing that's going on inside your very own brain, your vibrational frequency will never change. You have to do it. You have to do it. All right, let's keep going because we're almost up out of here. We got about 4 more minutes. When money transactions become emotionally rigid, the flow of opportunity often narrows. Someone resentfully paying taxes may reinforce a narrative that success leads to punishment. That's where that thing that Biggie used to say, more money, more problems. The devil is a lie. We won't be repeating that up in here. More money, more problems. No, ma'am. No, sir. It's not about more money, more problems. No. We love more money. We celebrate more money. We listen. I am rich. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Ain't no more money, more problems. Well, hand me the problems then. Now I'm cutting up. Y'all got me cutting up. Someone resentfully paying for personal growth may reinforce a belief that investing in themselves is painful. Watch this. So like for those of you, so sometimes when y'all get a coach, like a me, and so when you say, oh my goodness, that's high. What are you reinforcing? What are you reinforcing? And trust me, this is not me trying to sell y'all something. This is just me illuminating the fact that, oh no, what? Now this is to help you, right? This is to help you scale your life and to take you to the place that you want to be. However, you see it and you say, somebody resentfully paying for personal growth may reinforce the belief that investing in themselves is painful. All right. Y'all pay for that cruise. Oh, did I say that? Y'all. Okay, I'm just saying. Just say, I'm sorry. And so the goal. So is it okay that we go ahead? Listen, we're gonna put a pin in today. Listen, we're almost at 100,000. We go ahead and get there. Can we put a pin in today and we pick up with part 4 tomorrow? Can we do that? Tomorrow is our Friday, technically. Can we do that? Can we do that, y'all? And listen, I appreciate y'all for being up in here. We're getting ready to kick this after party off. Y'all already know how we do. This has been spectacular. Today has been really, really great. We got 1 more minute left. And so I want to honor your time, and I thank y'all for being up in here today. So we gonna go ahead and tap away because we're gonna get to that 100K. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that. We gonna get to that 100K real quick. Um, Listen, thank y'all so much for being on today. Listen, we're going to go ahead and release our YouTube family, and we're going to kick off our after party over here on the TikToks. Yes, we are. Yes. Thank you so very much, y'all. So don't y'all go anywhere. Listen, thank you, Janae. And listen, everybody, make sure that y'all follow the directions of Janae over here on YouTube, like what she's provided for you, so you have the same access that the TikTok family has too. So you need to grab your copy of Cracking Abundance Code. You don't want to miss it. So listen, make sure that you're back here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be here till 2. And so tomorrow is our Friday. So we're going to turn up and turn it out. All right. So listen, y'all enjoy yourselves today. Do something special for yourself. I love you guys, and I'll see you